Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how I put together the Airbnb bot, and specifically, I'm going to show the use case of canceling an upcoming trip. Now, to kick it off, I highly recommend that when you're thinking about conversational AI, that you make sure you're building out your conversational design beforehand. So in this case, I've built mine out in Miro, but you can use any number of other tools in order to get a good grasp of what you're trying to achieve. Now, in this specific case, you can see that right up front, I've done an authentication check. This is going to help a lot as the user progresses in their conversational journey because I'm going to be aware of their name, their email address, upcoming trips, and other information that might be useful as well. And that at the first point that a user interacts with the bot, you can see I've created a multi-select button panel. And then there are three different buttons the user can choose from. In this specific scenario, we're going to select the upcoming trips button. Now, I've also just added for good measure a booking intent in case somebody wanted to interact with the bot via natural language. So we're actually using Google's Dialogflow for this. You can see in this specific case, I've created a booking intent, and then underneath I have a number of the training phrases that if a user types in any variation of these phrases that I've listed below, it will trigger the upcoming trips flow. Now, as I continue moving on down this journey, you can see that I'm going to show the user some of their upcoming trips, but only within the next 30 days of check-in dates. That's just going to allow me to be really specific with what is expected for a user to be able to do for those trips that are very soon in the calendar. And then finally, they have options once they've selected a listing. In this specific scenario, again, we're going to go down the cancel trip flow. And when somebody cancels a trip, I want to send that data over to Zendesk, just so my agents have it for future reference and we understand why the user canceled their reservation in the first place. So jumping over to the bot itself, you can see I have my chat widget here on the right-hand side. I've called it the Travel Concierge. And then once I select that, you can see that it's welcoming me back by my name, and it knows my name because, again, I've been authenticated. Now, I'm just going to select the upcoming trips button. I can see a couple of cards pop up on my screen. And in this case, I'm going to select on San Diego. And then again, I have a couple of options here for where I want the journey to go. In this case, I'm going to cancel my trip, and then it's going to ask me what is the reason for my cancellation. So in this scenario, I'm going to say it is too expensive. And then if I jump over to Zendesk Support, I'm just going to quickly reload the page just to get my updated tickets. And then what you'll be able to see pop up on the screen is the new ticket created by me. If I select on that, you get to see a full chat transcript of the conversation between the user and the bot. And then I've also made sure that the cancellation reason was saved as a string in a custom ticket field within Zendesk Support. So this is just going to make sure that when the agent sees this ticket, that the most necessary information is actually available in one of the custom fields, and you don't actually have to go through the full transcript of the conversation between the user and the bot. Now, the final thing that I would just wanted to show is a little bit about how the sausage was made, specifically with this last step in the user journey. So I'm just going to open up PyCharm, and you're going to see I have opened the cancel flow, which is specifically the part of the user journey where the bot is asking them why have they decided to cancel. So you can see very quickly that I've asked that user with a form, please let me know why you've canceled your upcoming trip. And their response, I'm actually saving into a variable called cancel. And the reason that I'm doing that is because when I go ahead and create that Zendesk support ticket, Down here, you can see that I'm linking to a custom field by its ID, and then I'm saving that variable in that field. So, you can start thinking about other custom fields you might want to add when creating a ticket. And then all you're really doing is making sure that any input from the user is saved as a unique variable. And then you can use those variables throughout your flow in order to provide more context to your agents, but also just more context for the business. So yeah, there you have it. That is the Airbnb bot, and just some ways that you can use conversational AI from start to finish to build in more automated workflows throughout your organization. Thanks again. Bye.